All right. Well, here goes nothing. I'm just going to blow some smoke here while we go live on Instagram. Now, this last Sunday, there were chemtrails like none other. Up here near Sholo, small town, up in the woods, in the mountains. Is it just some coincidence now that out of nowhere, we were in the 80s, man, 80s consistently, and then no joke, it was like a hurricane yesterday. The wind was incredible. For the first time ever, I had to anchor the table down with a bunch of logs that my Starlink's on, and I had to wire the Starlink to the table to ensure it didn't take flight. It was no joke. Awning had to come up. I was concerned about some trees around, and then sure enough, things dropped below freezing. Hailstorms started ensuing, and then there have been multiple hailstorms today, and then even snow. So how do you go from the 80s to freezing weather seemingly overnight? I know we're about to transition. It's kind of that time of year. But I'm just saying, is there just kind of a coincidence that the sky was blanketed by geoengineering enthusiasts? I'll let you determine that for yourself. A lot of awful, crazy things going on. One of the other crazy things, oh my gosh, it is completely unbelievable. Just think about it for a second. Everyone everyone, and hated Kamala Harris. She had like negative votes last she ran. Unbelievable. And now seemingly all these people love her and is worshiping her as though she's their God. Now, obviously, media and their war machine is blowing more hype and infringing, blowing the actual truth out of proportion, undoubtedly. But just the sheer shift in insanity from people, even of the Democratic Party, hating that individual, to supporting and fighting, willing to die for this individual, seemingly overnight. Doesn't that just go to show how corrupt the system has become? Once again, that's the party of democracy, right? Define democracy, majority rules. Well, what majority was behind her other than the elites? We, the people, had zero say. So that was a selection. But it also goes to show that they could have selected a freaking dodo bird. Like, I'm not joking. And those birds are extinct. But yet they could have selected a dodo bird. And dare I even say that an extinct animal might have conjured up more support than Kamala herself. That's the type of infiltration. That's the type of war machine we are up against. And much, much more, in fact. So let's kick things off. Welcome to a Muzzled Chat. I hope you're having a friggin' fantastic day. Now, given the unexpected weather, the stellar investments in upgrades to solar and battery, it hasn't been enough. It hasn't been enough, given enough power to even be here today. So I've run myself rugged to find solutions. I'm essentially, I may have got a generator that I'm going to have to return. Because frankly, I just do not have the funds to continue to make investments like that. I just don't have them. So if you'd like to see me continue this fight and be more honed in on what really matters, then invest in a Muzzled Chat. I am going to war on your behalf each and every single day. And we can magnify the impacts we're having together. So I am calling upon the listeners to help keep us in the category of the unpurchasable. It's either, I'm staying unpurchasable or I'm tanking doing this. That's just where I'm at. Because I can't see involvement of my time and my energy into anything else. No matter how, let's say, ungifted I'm even showing up in doing this. It's warfare, folks. And with it being information warfare, biological warfare, infiltration without shots, how else do I go about combating that? One individual bearing arms at this point, what is that going to yield? If there is a better path than what I'm currently on, then please drop it in the comments. If you personally feel that I would be better off in, something realistic, let me know. I just want to plug in and actually see results. Plug into a way to help gain results and outcomes. So, to whatever ability I can. So I do have a direct Venmo, Cash App, a GoFundMe. Heck, there is even the Buy Me a Coffee link. Click any one of those. Throw in $5. Every little bit helps. Heck, if I get enough, then maybe this won't end up a return on this very, very cheap generator. Is the cheapest one I could find that I felt comfortable enough that, gosh darn it, it doesn't sound very ethical, but I had to keep the lights on for y'all. So whatever it takes, they can deal with the return, right? Let's just say it's a BlackRock corporation and I bought a China generator. So it's like, frick the system. I know. It's not the most ethical thing to do, but nonetheless, do need to stay in the category of the unpurchasable and need your support in order to continue. And you can magnify the efforts, because I swear to you, I'm going to put everything that comes in into keeping things going and whatever that takes, and magnify. I mean, just think, for the folks out there that have some deep pockets, $1 million. Yeah, that sounds outrageous to a lot of us, but to some people, it's like, no, I make $1 million donations to my political parties each year, to my churches each year, and then a few other things each year. Just think for a second what you could do by funding an individual so on fire to showing up on the front lines each day, what we could do on the marketing side of things, what we could do on the technological side of things, ramping things up, kicking off web pages, even Patreons, all sorts of, heck, it would be awesome to even have the funds, because now we could kick off groups to start tackling and build out web pages for the public to go to, kind of a hub where it will have all the emails pre-crafted in letters, pre-crafted, that you could print out. You could just sign petitions, right? And then by state, the senators and governor and all the elected officials, emails, phone numbers, and we could get organized in that regard. There's a lot of other things we could do. It actually would be awesome to kick off a whole other leg fighting the child sex trafficking. And I've already gotten some ideas, and I'm in cahoots with some of the military men I'm in touch with to look into supporting Underground Railroad / our own thing. It would be so amazing to have the funds to start kicking off actual, like bringing in younger filmmakers, like, I should have even queued it up. but there's this other one that did amazing by families and the COVID tyranny, things of that nature, and they did so well in the creation of a film, more so a documentary. And we could utilize individuals like that, and obviously it'd be great to fund them a little, right? Because they're doing a fantastic job, but get out combinations, whether it's content we've created or just really help putting facts together in a colorful way, in an entertaining way, to get more people. That's what I love what Stu Peters is doing with the What's in the Water documentary. Died suddenly. These little ones. He's got another one, and then another one's coming out, Occupied, which I look forward to that. I guess it's going to be a mic drop, really expose the infrastructure of evil in the world today. It's truly endless, but it's whatever you want to help direct as a donor, or I listen to anyone just as far as input. But above all, I truly want to follow, and I feel like we have the energy, we just more so need the funds to explore more of these avenues that would lead to more solutions. So you could only brainstorm it. But anyway, above all, wherever God leads, that is crucial. All right, this is no joke. Arizonians, what is going on, and why are we sitting back and accepting this? Unbelievable. They are openly allowing illegal immigrants to vote in federal elections now in this state of Arizona. Now you know why the Secretary of State, Katie Hobbs, that was a rigged election in 2022. It all happened. Yes, even more than the visibly popular Carrie Lake couldn't win it. That's how rigged. Unbelievable. So Katie Hobbs installed herself instead to keep the corruption going. And when you look right here, just read this. A person is not required to submit proof of citizenship with the voter registration form. Will only be eligible to vote in federal elections. Well, there's also loopholes in the majority of the states to vote in the local as well. This is not good. Think on the fact, dating back, the biggest gap of a presidential election throughout America's history was 17 million. Only. And that seems like a lot, but it seems pretty small when I feel confident, and some people even say in excess of 40 million, but we'll just keep it at in excess of 30 million. All right, let's burn the midnight oil. Now, why am I interrupting this episode? Well, that's a very good question. You should actually know the answer. YouTube is a tyrannical platform. You ask them why they're actually censoring truth under the guise of hate speech, under the guise of misinformation or disinformation or conspiracy theory or anti-Semitism or racism, any type of ism. They literally are full commie, tyrannical control. This is something I don't get. The majority of the population still seems to be on YouTube versus Rumble. I don't get that. No one is immune to their actual misinformation, their actual propaganda machine. No one's immune to that. So if, in fact, you spend a good majority of your time on YouTube versus Rumble, you're not immune. It's no secret. You will, in fact, be manipulated. You will be misled. Because why? Why? You don't even know what they're censoring because it's not on their dang platform. You don't even know. And let me just pose this. The majority of the content that I've been censored on YouTube mainly has to do with sounding the alarm regarding your health. Trying to actually bring real evidence, information that could save your life and your loved ones' lives, and they're censoring it. What does that tell me? That tells me one thing. Evil in this world would rather dumb you down, let's be real, they're incentivized on you being sick with the big pharma and stuff. You know what? There's so much I can't even say right now. Otherwise, this own insert is in fact going to end up censored itself. So no longer fall prey to the true propaganda and misinformation and come over to Rumble. It's built the same. It's the new YouTube, except for they support free speech. So why are you dancing around, especially if you're a content creator on this platform? Get over to Rumble. It's free. The monetization, I believe, is even better than YouTube. So there's more money to be made. It's just not, what do you say? The masses just aren't quite over there. However, it is blowing up. So you download the app, create a free account, and then you can watch this full episode uninterrupted and so much more. The majority of our episodes, I don't even bother to upload it to this Tyrannical platform. So the only way you'll be in the know is by getting on Rumble, by following UNMUZZLED chat. And we can create momentum together, my friends. I want you on the cast. I want you to speak your truths. It's collectively, as a community, together, united, that this type of evil tyrannical won't reign supreme for long when we grasp the strength we have together. Frankly, people aren't grasping the damning nature of censorship to the magnitude it deserves. We're not grasping that fast enough. It is a war tactic, and it's being deployed, and it's leading to mass manipulation, and frankly leading people down a path that is no good for their mind, body, soul, health, their whole experience in this existence. So I look forward to seeing you over there. Our main mission is essentially to secure health, well-being, and secure our future. Because we want to help you become the best version of you. And that encompasses a lot. And to secure our future, that encompasses a lot. But gosh dang, are we excited to dive in it. So let's get in it together. God bless you.